take you back to when you were young. Can you remember your favourite playground? Just picture that playground in your mind. Think about the colours of the different equipment, the sounds around you, the smells in the air. How does that feel? I can see lots of smiles in the audience, and I guess that's because playtime's fun, right? But it's not only fun. When you were making your way to the top of that super high, super scary climbing frame, you were also learning so much. You were working out how to use your body, you were finding your strength, and perhaps most importantly, you were working out when it felt okay to take a risk. Now that's how we see playtime at Vulcana Women's Circus. So our Vulcana Kids classes supports girls and boys to learn when it feels okay to take a risk so that they can learn. When they're high up on the trapeze, they're learning about courage and strength. And when they're building a human pyramid, they're learning about teamwork, communication, and respect. We run our Vulcana Kids program from the Brisbane Powerhouse. Classes are an hour and a half once a week and involve all kinds of different circus activities. The magic thing about circus is there's something for everybody. So it doesn't matter what shape or size you are, every child can engage in our Vulcana Kids circus classes.
So let's talk about play. How important is play? Is it as important for a child as eating a healthy breakfast? Is it as important as a good night's sleep? What about if that child slept in the back of a car last night? Is play important then? What about if they woke up to the sounds of family violence this morning? Does that make play important? I want to tell you guys a story about a girl that has come to our program, Katie. She was brought in by her grandmother, who'd become her carer. It was actually my first conversation with Grandma where I realised how important this program is when she told me that she'd brought Katie in because she wanted her to learn how to play again. You see, Katie had experienced a long and traumatic history of family violence. When she first came in, she was skittish, she'd hide behind Grandma's legs, and Grandma had to join in the classes with her to get her to participate at all. We do a thing with the kids called check-in, where we go around in the circle and we ask the kids to tell us their name and answer a question for the day. When it would get to Katie's turn, she'd whisper her answer to Grandma, and Grandma would have to answer to the rest of us. Now, we heard from Kirsten before that play isn't just about entertainment. It's about learning skills and connecting with peers and building confidence. But actually, play's more than that. When children experience extreme stress, it can actually impair the development of their brain and their nervous system. They can show deficits in language development and reasoning skills. As adults, they're more likely to have both physical and mental health problems. As adults, when we're stressed, we have coping mechanisms. We go for a run, we call a friend, we have a glass of wine. For kids, the equivalent of that is play, and that's where we come in. Vulcana Kids provides a safe space for children to learn and play and grow at a pace that suits them, where they can learn to take risks, not be at risk. The kind of play children experience in circus is actually quite unique. It's so much bigger than playing on the playground or hanging out with their friends. To be able to climb on top of a pyramid of people or climb up a trapeze takes an incredible amount of trust in the people in the room with you and an incredible amount of confidence in yourself. For kids that have experienced things like Katie, that's the bit that matters. It doesn't matter if they become amazing circus performers or if they perfect those tricks. What matters is they develop the confidence to try. I dropped into Katie's class at the end of last term, and it was amazing the difference that it had made. You'd barely recognise it was the same child. She was making jokes, and amazingly, now she was answering for other kids who were too shy in check-in. Grandma and I spent the class chatting because she was no longer needed in the class with Katie. And when I asked the trainers how Katie had been doing this term, they told me she'd been cheeky, bordering on disruptive, which we think is wonderful because that's exactly the kind of behaviour you expect from a confident and happy child. Now, before I should finish, I should mention that I've actually told you a little bit of a lie here. The little girl I'm talking about's name isn't Katie. I changed it. Because the reality is, for families like those, even identifying them by name could put them at risk. And it's not uncommon. Every day in Queensland, there's 180 reported cases of family violence. That's a lot of children forgetting how to play.
So tonight we're asking you to support kids just like Katie. with $10,000, we'll provide 40 disadvantaged kids with a place in our Vulcana Kids program. That's a full term of Circus workshops. We'll partner with services supporting kids who experience domestic violence, kids just like Katie, and we'll give those girls and boys a safe space to take risks on their terms so that they can learn and they can grow. If we raise more than $10,000, we'll develop targeted outreach programs. So we'll take our Vulcana Kids program directly to some of the most disadvantaged young people in Brisbane. Article 31 on the UN Convention of the Rights of a Child explicitly states the right of a child to play. We believe in that convention. We believe in the strength of Circus as play. And we believe in the power of everyone in this room to support us so that we can change the lives of kids just like Katie. Thank you.